But you were talking about dead babies. What's your stance on abortion?
What
do you think about that?
Not my circus, not my rodeo.
Not your business. Hey.
So, because I'm a registered Republican, I'll say this. Republicans are great at trying to force their religious values on people, but they forget that religious values means more than the difference between Baptist, Presbyterian, and Lutheran.
Right. Some Republicans that just don't like Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. You know, they're Mitch McConnell Republicans.
Well,
they want to push from the background. They don't.
It's an unpopular opinion in the local party, especially if you're not a Trump person.
Right.
They swallow everything he says, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you want him to date your daughter? Like, we've had him already, so let's try somebody new.
But okay,
but you are an antichrist if you say that in this local party.
Yeah.
This. Republicans are great at trying to force their religious values on people, but they forget that religious values means more than the difference between Baptist, Presbyterian, and Lutheran.
Right.
To be religiously free, you've got your Hindus, your Buddha. There's a myriad religions
right.
out there,
yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
But sometimes these Southern Baptist folks that are in the GOP, they forget diversity in religion means more than those denominations.
Yeah.
What you have right now on city council is a lot of not very intelligent people. I pissed off a lot of people in the Republican Party to the point that they've wanted me to leave the party now because I have my own opinion, and I don't think that Democrats are stupid. I don't think that they're unreachable.
Why even be in a party?
Because I've been registered since 18 years old, Republican.
So?
With the way I filed and everything, I filed like on the last day before it closed. I didn't want to switch my party to independent to look like that guy.
Talking about dead babies, what's your stance on abortion?
The worst day of that woman's life is probably having to decide to get an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to politically make her life worse?
No.
Let's let her, because if you're truly a GOP and truly a Christian, don't you believe that you got to face your maker? That's going to be between you and your maker when it's time to stand at the pearly gates. If that is what you believe,
if that's what you believe, yeah.
Then how about we keep our hands off of it and just let that woman have a private time,
right?
And not vilify her.
But there's that. But then on the other side of the coin, you are killing a baby.
Let's see. There is a CBD candy store on Cliffdale Road.
Yeah.
Which I know it's all not marijuana.
Yeah, but Delta 8 can get you.
They had, listen, I'm a fat kid. They had Rice Krispie treats and Skittles. The Rice Krispie treat, I felt nice and relaxed, and the Skittles just had dry mouth.
Oh, so you were high. That's what high is.
I guess.
Right? Yeah.
They just know that if you're a business owner, you're a Republican. They don't give a shit. They don't care.
Right.
And if you've never worked a day in your life, you're a Democrat.
Right. Well, that's pretty much how that's the
perception. Mm-hmm. You know, but I'm a Republican because not everybody can be on welfare, so somebody's got to pay it. But at any rate, you know.
I'm surprised he didn't come out with all your pornography and everything you've been having delivered. Thank God they use secret boxes, right?
Well, you know,
all your fleshlights.
You have to have broken into my no fleshlight. That's weird. Why is it weird for men to have those toys?
I don't know.
Women, we encourage it like,
because we're supposed to be men. We're supposed to go out and get the real thing. Yeah. I didn't like them because they were messy. You got to clean up. You got to clean up after you use one of those.
Like I said, there's something about a guy toy that's just but women, it's like, let me watch. You know?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Here's some new batteries, but no.